Hello and welcome back. This is Stevie Box Coins and welcome to the channel. We have a coin for the music icon series, and the person who's involved in this could well have been in the music icon series for two different ways. Both one was a group and one was his solo career. The group that he was involved with is probably the most successful group the UK has known, and that's the Beatles. His solo career also included times when he was with a group called Wings, and with his solo career since Wings has gone its separate ways. So to get to the coin, we have a portrait of His Majesty King Charles III on this side. Do we have the value on that side as well? I think we probably do, don't we? Yes, we do, and we have the date of 2024. Now, originally, when I did my end of year review / 2025, what's coming up, this had been mentioned in the proclamations, but we all thought it was going to be a coin that was issued in 2025. Well, I certainly did anyway. I didn't think they would be releasing another £5 coin that hadn't been dated before. And what I mean by that was there was no talk of this particular coin being released before the end of 2024. It just said that it was coming in the future. There was no definite release date. So I was very surprised when I suddenly woke up towards the end of December to find out that I had another £5 coin to buy from Change Checker because I have the subscription service. So this one caught me out a little bit. The actual design has a set of keyboards down the bottom. Whoops, that would be a pointy stick. So we've got the keyboards here, which he does play. There is the neck of a bass guitar here. There is a signature of Paul. It hasn't got his full signature on it. So it's got a signed version that looks like Paul, and then underneath is printed McCartney. If you took that away, would you necessarily be able to decipher which one it is? A lot of people believe you can. I don't. Because if you take the name away, all you've got is a neck of a bass guitar and a keyboard. And there have been quite a few of those over the years. People have done both. Now, obviously, because he's still living, you can't have a picture of him like we did with both David Bowie and with the Paul McCartney. The David Bowie and the George Michael coins, who both very unfortunately have passed on. They both died in the same year. It was one, if I remember, 2016. Or the back end of 2016. And George Michael passed away Christmas Day, didn't he? Anyway. Design. It's okay. It's nothing special. I've been a bit disappointed in some of the designs they've come up with on these coins. They've not been very imaginative. They think that if they produce a neck of a bass guitar with the tuning head, that will automatically know it's Paul McCartney. There's nothing to show it's a left-handed guitar, so there's no clue there. Keyboards, yes, he's played them, and yes, he's played the bass guitar, and he's been very successful with both, but that doesn't mean to say that it couldn't be other people if the name wasn't there. And this is a problem I have with a lot of these coins, is if you take away the name of the group or the name of the person individually, there's very few coins that you would say, yes, that's this person. The only ones you could have possibly guessed would have been the Shirley Bassey one, the Elton John one. Now, the George Michael and the David Bowie, because both of them have been unfortunately, were no longer with us, they could actually use iconic pictures of them. I don't think there's really been one other one apart from Shirley Bassey from people who are still living where you say, yes, that is that person. And it was an iconic outline of Shirley Bassey with her arms thrown out delivering her song, which is something that she's renowned for if you've ever seen her sing. The others aren't quite as clear as that. The only, as I say, the other one I would have recognised would have been the Elton John one. Or I would have had a good guess that it was Elton John that they were depicting. So, therefore, this series, although I've enjoyed it and I've liked collecting the coins, it's not always obvious who the person is that they're celebrating. Having said that, Paul McCartney richly deserves this. Even if you're not a huge fan of the Beatles and you're not a huge fan of his music after the Beatles, the guy has been extremely successful. And he deserves this probably more than some of the others that have been in the series. Will there be, now that they've celebrated Paul McCartney, a Beatles music icon coin, or will there be an individual one, say, for John Lennon, who was another huge songwriting genius and as part of the Beatles? What about George Harrison? Will they give him a coin of his own, or will they do a complete Beatles one? I don't know. I don't think it will be inside this year's releases of the music icons. I think we'll probably have to wait for next year before 2026, perhaps, before the Beatles actually get their own coin, or George Harrison and John Lennon are given individual coins. Tell me down below, who would you like to see in the series? We've only had one female. I'd probably like to see, personally, I'd like to see perhaps Kate Bush, Annie Lennox, as two huge music icons that are female from UK. Now, do you go down a route of other rock bands like, I don't know, you could have modern ones like Dire Straits, you could have, go back to the 70s and have Pink Floyd, Deep Purple. All of those had huge impacts on music and they've not been celebrated yet. So there are depths that people can go to that need exploring still in this series, from my viewpoint. So tell me down below, who would you like to see next, or who would you like to see over the next year or two be part of this music icon series? Let me know in the comments below. That ends this review, and if you're having a hunt, I hope you have a successful one and you find the coins you're looking for. If you're buying coins, then I hope you can get the coins you want for the price you want to pay. Finally, I do a minimum of 5 but usually 6 videos a week, so you have plenty of scope to see see different things on this channel. The other thing is I'm trying to improve my my subscriber level again, so if you haven't already done so, can you at least think about doing so? And if you've enjoyed this video, could you please give me the thumbs up? It helps the channel immensely. And until we meet up again on this channel, which I hope will be not too far into the distant future, from me, thank you for staying to the end, and bye bye. Ta-da now.